Three, two, one. I must, yet I cannot. How do you calculate that? Hey everyone, we're Nefarious Reels. I am Roman.
And I am a missed call.
And we are Nefarious Reels, and we talk about bad movies and then more bad movies, I guess. Because we talk about two of them. Ignore the fact that I said movies plural twice. The joke's funny if you just think I said movie.
We watched a bad movie and then another bad movie.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to start with the one I recommended because it was the retro pick. And I recommended 1953's A Robot Monster, which is about there's a family and the world's been like destroyed or something.
Obliterated, I guess.
Something like that. And basically little boy gets knocked out, and then Roman shows up, and he's like the big evil alien guy that apparently came from the moon or something. I don't know. But he wants to kill the last 6 humans on the planet because that's what he's ordered to do. And and shenanigans ensue. Cole, what do you think of Robot Monster?
This is a top 20 movie that we've talked about, I will say. It was goofy, it was funny and dumb, also really short.
Yeah.
This might be like one of the shortest runtimes we've had in a movie we've talked about. It's like a little bit above an hour, that's it.
Yeah, I think Evil Bong 420 beats it because it's under an hour. Also, I'll say this: while Robot Monster isn't in my top 20, it's pretty close, so we're not too far off on that. Spoilers, but yeah, it's only an hour. It's pretty charming. It was shot over the course of 3 days with a predicted $16,000 budget, and you know what? It's like not the worst thing ever, or for a whole film that's mainly guy in monkey costume walking around the desert for mainly
in
an
like
hour.
a gorilla suit with this like Martian astronaut helmet.
I mean, it's pretty epic.
Not bad.
Hey,
it is pretty epic.
Remember Bonzo? This is him now. Feel old yet?
This is Bonzo from another dimension. This is Bonzo in the multiverse.
Bonzo fucking he roided up.
He saw what Ronald Reagan was going to do in the future, and he decided, all right, got to stop him now. And then he started lifting and taking steroids. And
Bonzo decided to go
protein.
Like full alpha.
He's not just an alpha. He's like a mega alpha.
He's
male.
he's a Giga Chad. It's like the Mega Mind meme where it's just like the snotty glow up. Like Snotty's just Bonzo, and then like, oh, he's a Titan, and he becomes Roman.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know how much you're gonna say about Robot Monster because it's only an hour and kind of flies by. And like I said, which is shocking because most of the film is just Roman walking around a lot, which is really silly in its own way.
His higher up.
Yeah,
being like, here's your 5-minute status report, sir.
He's just like, I have successfully...
Have you found the humans? No.
No, he's like, all humans have eradicated. No, there are 6 humans still alive. Kill them all. You have one stupid Earth rotation. He kind of sounds like Kratos and Kang from The Simpsons.
Oh, if you're going to talk about Simpsons, I barely watched that, so...
Oh, okay. Okay, that one.
I know,
the audience will get this.
I've watched like a couple Simpsons episodes, but not like never invested time in it. It just didn't really interest me. I know. I'm cool.
But Roman walking around is actually kind of funny because it looks so fucking silly. But they have the most like terrifying like horror. Oh my god, here comes the monster music playing when he's doing it.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like a guy who's probably on the verge of fucking like dying of like heat stroke, walking up a mountain.
Maybe depending on when they were filming that and how warm it was, because
It
he
was
could have been just also
March to
sweating his ass
April.
off, just going, ugh, ugh, ugh.
Yeah, it was filmed in like March or April, I think they said. It was like one of those months. It probably explained because there's a good number of scenes where he's in the cave, and apparently the cave was like super cool because it's shaded and everything, which is probably why
Yeah, that
Romance
makes
got
sense.
a lot of scenes in there. Also, note this is technically a 3D movie, which you wouldn't
What?
know if
This
you were
is 3D?
This is a 3D movie.
What?
Yes, yeah, this got a
Oh, we watched
restoration.
this wrong then.
No, you watched it wrong. I watched it right. My Blu-ray had the special red blue 3D effect, and it came with 3D glasses. So I watched this right. Which and when you think about it, it suddenly explains why there's so much bubbles in this movie. That was
Mm-hmm.
probably part of the whoa, it's 3D. Look at the bubbles coming out, which I don't think it worked very well. Unless the bubbles got like super close, the 3D effect didn't really hit nearly as hard. Shot like the best use of the 3D was actually with the cave though, because like it really gave that like the cave like kind of like the deeper like layers, kind of gave it that kind of a cool look.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a 3D movie technically. So whenever we meet up, I'll give you the 3D glasses. You can watch Robot
Let's
Monsters how it's
go.
meant to be seen.
The way that the director intended it.
Yeah, like pure cinema. But there is technically a plot of the movie where Roman wants to kill the remaining 6 humans, so all the other Romans can come and I don't know, like vacation or party there or something. But he has to kill the remaining 6 people, which is a little boy, Johnny. There's a little girl, a mother and father, and then there's also a guy named. Oh wait, no. There's also another daughter, an older daughter, and there's also Roy.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, he's one of the guys that helps around, I guess. He's like the family friend, but then he's like, "Hey, Alice."
and I was like, no, fuck you. You said women belong in the kitchen, and I'm a fucking great scientist. Which honestly, you know what? Pretty based, considering this came out in the 50s. I don't know if women had rights yet at that point. So you know what? Robot Monster, very progressive film, so you have to give it bonus points for that.
Way to go, Robot
Way to go,
Monster.
pretty base. Like first, it's this like for some reason Roman can't detect him with his stuff, but this
Yep.
super cool Roman guy he can with his, and it turns out oh we were inventing a vaccine to cure every disease ever, and that ends up making it. And he's like, and we just injected it in the entire family, and that turned out it worked for us. So we're gonna send up one of our guys up in a rocket to like the space platform, which is just a shitty little airplane that's just spinning around. And it's like we're gonna send up to the space platform so that way everyone can not be seen by Roman. And then Roman's like, "Ha, lol, no, we're just gonna fucking blow it up, blowing up your rocket, blowing up the space platform. Fuck you, go
Yep.
die." Go directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You're dead. Just surrender so I can fucking kill you. And he was like, "Fuck you, Roman, you piece of shit. I'll never give up." Uh, I mean, it's really hard to talk about this film.
Again, it's kind of, I know it's like entertaining, but it's also not easy.
It's just one
Not
of those.
like it's difficult to talk about, but there's just not a lot.
It's a thing where it's like it's hard to explain why you enjoy it. You just have to see it, you know.
You just have to see it to believe it.
You just had to be there, man.
Yeah, you missed out on all the fun, brother.
It was pretty funny though because the Roman is designed to not have any emotion, but I think an underrated funny bit, which is when we get the iconic line of like, "You look like a pooped out pinwheel." But in that scene, because that's when the boy confronts Roman, but Roman has the hots for the fucking older sister. He wants to bang her, but they don't let her go to talk to him. But the little boy Johnny does. Johnny boy. And then he's just like, "You look like a pooped out pinwheel." And then he runs. And after Johnny fucking it reveals that, "Oh yeah, we had a vaccine. That's why you can't get us." And that's what those guys were going up for. And Roman's like, "Well, thanks for giving me all the information I need, you fucking idiot."
That's Stupid kid.
But then when Johnny runs away, Roman's just like, "Hey, you motherfucker, get back here!" with his like arm movements. It was pretty silly, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it was kind of funny.
But yeah, but
I'm still upset at that kid for basically revealing everything. Like, hey, you just exposed your whole ordeal.
Your whole thing,
You're
your
dumb.
whole family. You've doomed the entire human race. You dumb
Even
idiot.
though there's only, what, 6 of you?
Yeah, there was going to be...
They kept changing the number. It was like 6, and then 8, and then 5, and then...
No, it was 6, and then it went to 5 because Roman didn't want to kill the older sister, because remember, he has the hots for her. And so he tried lying, like, wrong.
He was like,
6.
She's so hot.
Yeah, he's just like, where he says, I must, and yet I cannot. How do I calculate this? The funny thing is just like, hey, I know, Roy's like, hey, I know this is last second, but I want to marry your daughter. He's like, oh, yeah, sure, okay, we can do that. And then they just went off.
You got the rings? And then he's like, I didn't have time. And then the dad goes, you're an idiot.
They have that, Roy invites the best man. They're like, oh my god, is that Adam Sandler? He fucked his teacher.
Man, I remember when I wanted to fuck my 8th grade biology teacher.
That's right. Adam Sandler's in this movie, guys. He shows up. He's like, what's up? Yo, yeah. I got fucking Vanilla Ice with me. Ice, baby.
13 years before he was born, and he's like, what's up?
Yeah, it was pretty iconic. Roman takes off his mask. He's actually Adam Sandler the whole time.
Yeah, that was honestly a plot twist I did not expect. I was very surprised.
It was very epic. But yeah, the funny thing is, they just leave. They're like, we're gonna go on our honeymoon, and they just fucking like leave. Even though Roman's cave was like 50 feet away from them, pretty much, which basically makes it easy for Roman to like attack Roy and make away with the older sister. And Roy manages to run all the way back to the family, and then he just instantly dies. He's just like, oh, I'm tired.
That was funny.
And he's like, he's dead.
Just.
And he's dead. Oh, well.
That's enough running for me.
I came over here. I've run over to you guys, so that way you know that I'm dead. Flops over. And it's like, well, I guess Roman got your older sister. Oh, yeah, and I forgot the younger sister fucking dies. Roman kills her.
Yep.
Who cares? She was irrelevant. But they come up with the plan. Is like, Johnny's just like, don't worry, guys. I fucking doomed us all to die. I will sacrifice myself so we can save the older sister. And then you guys can save the human race via incest. But it doesn't matter because fucking the main head Roman guy is so pissed at our Roman for falling in love. He's just like, no, bros before ho. You are not human. You are bro, man. Bros before hoes. Shoots lightning, kills Roman.
Well, they didn't want to reveal he was a bro man, but that's why he was Ro. Got it.
Yeah, there we go. And then the main bro man guy is just like, okay, you know what? Fuck this. Bring back the dinosaurs. Fucking, we're tearing apart the universe. I don't know, some third thing I think. I forgot what it was. And then it turns out it was all just a dream.
A dream.
Yeah, because at the start of the movie, he's just Johnny's messing around. He's going like, I'm a spaceman. And then he encounters Roy and his father, who's really a scientist, and they're not related at all. And then he just like trips and falls and conks his head. And that whole thing was a fucking dream. Adam Sandler was never real. There is no Adam Sandler.
There is no Adam Sandler.
He was like, it was so weird.
The real Adam Sandler is the friends you made along the way.
There was Roman, and on his screen, there was this movie with this guy called Adam Sandler, and he fucked his teacher. And he's like, what are you talking about? There is no Adam Sandler. Who would want to fuck their own teacher?
There was no That's My Boy.
There is no That's My Boy. There's no Going Overboard. There is no Dunkachino.
Oh, if there was no if Going Overboard did not exist, that would not be a bad thing.
Maybe that's why the Romans invaded, is because they watched Going Overboard, and they're like, we cannot let the human race continue. We have to kill them. That's why all the Adam Sandler movies are on Romance Computer. It's to remind him what he's fighting for. But then
honestly, makes sense.
yeah, but then he saw like a hot girl. He's like, Adam Sandler gets the girl every time. I should get the girl every time. And then Bromance is like, no, that is Adam Sandler way of thinking. You can't be like him. And he fucking kills him. That's why it happened. The lore is pretty deep with Robot Monster. What else? I'm trying to think of like what else to say about Robot Monster. Like, I think comparatively to, I think, like that's kind of the fault because while Robot Monster is charming, it does suffer from not a lot is happening, even for like an old movie. Like I think to some of our higher rated movies, like Plan 9 from our first episode, Plan 9 for Outer Space, old movie. There's a lot of talking in it, but a lot of stuff happens. You know, you have Boris Johnson, you have Vampira, you have fucking
that guy.
I'm thinking, don't know. I'm Bela Lugosi. You have Bela Lugosi and not Bela Lugosi, and they turn into a skeleton and the crummy props. And like Bedtime for Bonzo, you have a monkey and Ronald Reagan's in it, and that's it. That's really all you needed. That was like the perfect combo.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, it was like one of the best movies we've seen. And Robot Monster, I mean, yeah, it's like old movie and is fun, but not a lot happens in it. And there's no Ronald Reagan in it. It's just the monkey. It shows us that like Bonzo just can't carry a movie. Like, look, Bonzo, you know, loved the guy, but he needed Ronald Reagan. He needed a straight man, and unfortunately, Bonzo just didn't have it. So he just, you know, he just didn't really work within the role. Like the characters like Johnny and that cast, they're doing their best, but there are no Ronald Reagan, okay? And that's just an unfortunate thing.
Very true. He may have been a controversial president, whoever you talk to, but as an actor...
But my God, when he's acting with a monkey...
He got to act with a monkey.
Yeah. You don't see fucking Obama being in a monkey movie. Hey, Obama, you're so busy producing shit movies. Produce a fucking monkey movie. Get a monkey, and you can star next to it, and you can just do monkey shenanigans. I would go to the movies to see that. That's just the cool thing called the era of presidential monkey movies is just over. You're just not gonna get it anymore, man. It's just, I don't know. Jimmy Carter's like 100. Do you think we can get him into it? Like, he doesn't got much time left. I think we can get him into like one monkey movie.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Honestly,
did Jimmy Carter die already? Did he pass away today? Is this joke bad now?
Nope. Not that I know of.
Yeah. Because I remember I saw in a newspaper, Jimmy Carter, he turned 100. He's like the first U.S. president to ever do that.
The first U.S. president to turn 100. Yeah, good for him.
Good for him. Here, let me see.
Exactly. Good for him.
Yeah, he's still alive. Pretty cool.
Thank God.
Let's see. It says Jimmy Carter got the thing he wanted for his 100th birthday, grandson says. Fucking being the first president to live 100 and outlasting like fucking everyone. You know what? I'd vote Jimmy Carter for a third term. Why not? He lived to be 100. He earned that right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Any neato other behind? I guess a couple neat things was, I guess apparently they planned to do some like night scenes, and by that they were just gonna like darken the shot because it was all shot during the day, but they were gonna darken some scenes to make it look like night. You know, kind of like the early day of Blue Moon. We haven't seen a movie that did a blue moon in a while, actually. Where it's like they shot on the day, but they're trying to make it look like it's at night.
Yep. I was about to say, that's like reverse Samurai Cop, because, you know, obviously they filmed like that entire movie in the daytime, but they didn't do any kind of filtering to make it look darker in some scenes, so it could be like a sequence of the same event, going through time, but the way the sun is peaking and all that, it always consistent. But at least here, they try and do that. But then again, also the black and white kind of helps as well. So it doesn't, you know.
Yeah.
It gives them a little more leeway into going, oh yeah, this is actually
I know
the PM, late PM or
there's been
whatever.
there's been a color release. I kind of wonder what that looks like. Give that a look at some point, maybe.
Interesting.
I guess I can talk about the Blu-ray. This had a Kickstarter, and I backed it naturally because I'm fucking crazy like that. They had
Nice.
multiple different options. It had just a regular movie. It had 3D. It had two options. It's like if you have the 3D TV, you can watch it 3D with that, or you can use the 3D glasses, which is what I used because I'm a true cinephile because that's how they would have watched it back in the day. It's definitely not because I don't own a 3D TV. Definitely not because of that. No way. I wanted my viewing to be pure. Talk. They had actually some like shorts in 3D too, but I didn't watch them. Most interesting though is when you play the movie, it actually plays like this short, like 10-minute short of like a guy doing like kind of stand up and singing in with the 3D because I guess that was played before Robot Monster was in like the theaters. And interesting enough, when they were making this, the guy who was in that short, he was like still alive when they found it. So they restored it and they called him up and they showed it to him, and he was like really like happy that they did that, and that was pretty cool. They managed to get an interview with like Johnny because he was like 5 or 6 at the time, and by the time they're doing the interview, he was like 70 something. So that was also pretty neat. And there's also a stupidly long section about stereo cameras that is literally just showing off pictures on the stereo camera and talking about it that I completely zoned out and I barely remember that. And that's really it, I think. Yeah, I think that's mainly it. Oh, wait, no, there's one more thing. They also showed some advertisement reels. And the funniest advertisement is literally one about you should go to the movie theaters because it's hot outside and our movie theater is air conditioned and it'll be like really nice and cool when you watch the movies. And I was like, damn, I should go to the movie theaters because it's hot out. And so just the thought of family tactic. Going like, hey guys, let's go to the movie theaters. It's got air conditioning. Oh, and I guess we can watch a movie too, I guess. That was like too funny, like not to mention. And yeah, that's it for me. How about you? What about you, Robot Monster Man?
I know I'm literally trying to think of something on the spot right now, but again, it's just I feel like we talked about everything that happened. It just you had the Robot Monster Man, come down to Earth with his flashing calcinator death ray, which was just this strobe effect. Yeah. And then, the family tries to put a stop to him, and then you find out, it's all a dream. Take that, Inception. You're not the first movie to do that.
Yeah, take that, fucking loser. Chris Nolan, fraud.
Christopher Nolan, hack fraud. Taking away from pure Kino.
There's also that, 1 second intermission.
Yes, honestly, that was the best. That was the hilarious part. This movie's just over an hour long, and you get the little intermission.
This is for all you quick pissers out there. In your review, you mentioned that this was similar to Barry Lyndon because of that quick intermission. So basically, what you're saying is Stanley Kubrick stole that from Robot Monster.
I'm not.
Stanley Kubrick is a hack fraud. Cole is specifically saying that Stanley Kubrick is a hack fraud, and Barry Lyndon is a piece of shit movie that stole everything from Robot Monster. I mean, all those great cinematic scenes of Roman walking clearly was ripped off in Barry Lyndon. With all their cinematic scenes.
With all the landscapes, the Victorian English dialogue.
Yep. I mean, the iconic line of "you look like a pooped out pinwheel" clearly deeply reminiscent from when it was said in Barry Lyndon. When the fucking when the stepson insults Barry Lyndon before Barry Lyndon beats the shit out of him for calling him a pooped out pinwheel. As everyone knows. That was actually a fucking banker. I pulled that one out of my ass. I think that was really fucking good. Yeah, I know. I think that's everything. I think we managed to milk as much as we could out of Robot Monster. What about
Yeah, I
you?
think we got the good amount.
Yeah. So I think one last thing I'm gonna say. If there's one word that I would use to describe Robot Monster, it's charming. Like it definitely feels like a movie that everyone tried their damn best in, and you know what? I appreciate them for it. And you know what? It looks actually pretty good. Like in compared to a lot of other shitty movies, it's shot well and the landscapes are pretty nice. It's visually pretty good for like usual 1950s slop.
Mm-hmm.
But with the retro pick clearly discussed, I'm going to shift it over to you, Cole, with your modern recommendation.
Yeah. Yeah. My modern pick. So it is the 2008 movie masterpiece, I guess you could call it. A lot of people are saying this is a very overlooked film. I don't know, depends on who you're talking to, but it's called One Missed Call. And this is it's one of those just, American remakes of specifically international horror, especially Japanese horror. And the basic premise is people are mysteriously dying after they receive a voicemail from some conversation in the future they have right before their death. And our main girl and this investigator is trying to get to the bottom of this case and solve it and see what the origin of this whole phenomenon is. And that's really the premise. And yeah, I've watched both this and then I watched the 2003 Japanese version with directed by Takashi Miike. Clearly, the Japanese version was better, but what did you think about this version, the 2008 one?
Well, I didn't see the original. I'm probably going to see it in a few days' time because like that one's
Okay.
like almost 2 hours long, so it's like I gotta find like the right day to do it. But if I were to describe One Missed Call, it is the remake. It is junk food. This is like a very junk food movie. Not even like good junk food. I probably refer to like, I mean, I don't know. I think it's a little unfair. It's like I don't really know how to describe it. Like I'm trying to rack my brain, but I can't. It's like it's this weird in betweener of like a shitty Blumhouse horror movie and like the pure just weirdness of a shitty remake. Like it's this like weird in betweener because I feel like a lot of like American remake of like Japanese horror and stuff is either kind of neat to just like goofy, dumb, fun stuff, but One Missed Call feels like watered down and like like watered down. Like there's more It's not like a Blumhouse horror where it's just shit, bland, lame-o shit. Like there's a little more like Kool-Aid in that water, but it's still like watered down. If any of that my fucking rambling makes any sense.
Uh I don't yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of weird to explain it, and even the way you described it as a Blumhouse movie is kind of hilarious because if this was a movie made today, it has that feeling of being one of those, we're going to release this on the first or second weekend of January. Just get our slop out of the way first, and we'll, I don't know, make a bank off of it in about 2-3 weeks' time.
Yeah, but I think it's unfair to call it a Blumhouse because there's definitely I feel like more gore in your standard Blumhouse shitty horror movie. Like Blumhouse hides like a
Depends on the
shitty
Blumhouse.
like when there it's something they actually kind of care about. Like there's clearly like more in it, but when it's something like Night Swim or like something in that vein where they just
Night
like try
Swim.
to hide like as much gore as humanly possible so they can just get that PG-13 rating so they can get as many people in the seats as possible.
So you can
Like
get the high schoolers in there.
yeah, it's just like in compared to that, like I don't think it's like One Missed Call is like that bad, but it's not like still sucks, you know. Like there's still like death, like people die in this and it still can be kind of gruesome. It's not like a thing where they're just like, oh, they got grabbed by a thing and they disappeared forever. Well, actually, the first death is that, but that one's actually funny because instead of
It
trying
was
to keep
funny.
it hidden, they actually just have a fucking hand reach out and pull her into the koi pond, which is funny. And it got funnier because it also killed the cat for no
It
other
killed the
fucking
cat,
reason.
which I thought was like, why did we have to kill the cat?
It was so fucking
Why
funny
the
because it was
cat?
so fucking pointless. Like, why kill the cat? What? No
I
witnesses?
Yeah, I guess because the cat was gonna rat out. I don't know.
They're gonna hire like a fucking cat whisperer, like the dog whisperer, but they're gonna get a cat whisperer. And he's like, oh yes, it was an evil demon that was happening to the foe, and that's what the cat was murdered by.
Ah.
And I think to be fair to the film, despite the fact that it is an hour and a half, that hour and a half actually kind of flew by, really.
Yeah, it definitely, which I would say is both a good thing but a little bad because even okay, it's like weird because I think this movie doesn't delve into everything too much.
It's all
Like I
surface
feel it
level.
could have yeah, it felt very surface level. And given the 2 hour runtime of the Japanese version, they might have overextended it a little bit, but you at least get time to kind of understand what's going on, how they're trying to figure this whole thing out, and what they're going to plan on doing, and see the next steps they got to take to possibly stop this ghostly endeavor. But yeah,
And
in
this
here
one, they're
it's
just
just like,
like,
oh,
it's a
this
ghost
happens.
in the phone.
Yeah, it's a ghost. Yeah, it's this person here. That's about it.
When it said one missed call on the phone, I was like, that's the title of the movie.
I know. I got up, clapped my hands, and cheered like
I
it was a can screening.
I did it every single time it showed up, like, because at some point I feel like, oh, what's the name of the movie again? And I saw, I was like, oh, there it is. That's what it's called. I remember
Oh,
now.
thank you. That's the title.
But it's really stupid. It's just like, oh yeah, there's just a fucking ghost on the phone. They figured that out like when after that, like the second girl died after our first one. They're just like, oh yeah,
Oh
she
yeah, the
got
girl that falls on
called.
the train, right?
Yeah. She didn't she gets like fucking like pushed off the train. Like I thought she was gonna explode into a bunch of guts, but instead she just like boinged off the train when it hits her like a cartoon. Which I mean, I normally would probably complain about with that, but that fucking visual is too silly for me to
It
be
was
mad at.
funny. But I mean, yeah, they can't let them splatter or else they want to test the R rating, but you know, what can you do?
Oh, but her hand got cut off. But her hand was coaling. That was so spooky. Oh, so spooky.
Very spooky.
Very spooky. Yeah, wasn't it sad when that girl died? And then it was really sad when that guy died. And then the other girl died. And I was like, oh my god. Like, I don't remember any of these characters' names. Like,
One was named Brian. The main girl's name was Beth.
the closest I came to remember, I just referred to.
Taylor was a name.
I referred to the detective. I referred to him as Ben because I kept thinking, man, this is like a Ben Affleck knockoff right there. I was like, Ben Affleck, what are you doing in this movie?
Yeah, and he's involved in the story because his sister was.
The first victim we see.
Yeah, she was the first victim that we didn't see an on screen death for.
Yeah, and it was like, God damn it, Ben Affleck sister, you're out of line. Then I'll go out of my I'll go then I don't I'll play by my own rules, Detective Chief.
I'll play my own game.
I want your badge on my desk right now, Ben Affleck. Then I'll do my work outside of the law. That didn't happen, but that would have been really fun.
It would have been, but
yeah, the whole film's is them like trying to go like, oh, we're haunted by a ghost, and the last person that called her was an advisor, but she was already dead when they called, and they link it back to like this one family somehow.
Yeah, this one family and a fire that happened at a children's hospital. Like this girl got cut, but they believed it was her mom.
Her mom just wanted
some kind of
attention because
some
she's a
sort of
loser.
child abuse. And yeah, like if burns down, she's dead. And she also had an older sister who died of an asthma attack.
She died of ligma.
Yeah. But then you find out later on that it was actually the older sister.
In her classic school shooter outfit. She got the black hoodie and like the
We had the
black
black
pants.
hoodie with the hoodie on,
Yeah.
with a knife out, just going, yes.
Also, to note, there's like, because they break into that house and you see the creepy dolls, and you thought, ooh, maybe there's like an evil doll. And then, like, in the flashback, no, they're just like that. That's just what the dolls look like. Like, completely unrelated. Like, the ghost baby and the ghost woman, that's just a thing that exists, like, for some reason. Pretty epic, though. We get the face on the poster. That shows up in the movie, where it goes, ah, ah. Love that. My mouth is my eyes are mouths.
Honestly, that was honestly something I just thought of now that you bring that up. That poster. I remember seeing that poster in the theaters in the the hallways when I was 9, and it would creep me out every time. Seeing the mouths where the eyes should be. I was like, no bueno.
Same, but I think I've already explained that I didn't get the poster, and I thought she was turning into like a bug lady because I thought the gaping hole of the mouth was like these like black like bug eyes.
Yep, unfortunately not.
No, they're just mouths.
Yeah, it was mouths and one of the ghosts that they see, I guess, when they
had a terrifying
get the call.
thought.
No.
What is there a porn parody of this where two people fuck the mouth eyes? Do you think there's like it's out there? Like someone had to see that poster and thought of that, right? And they actually did it.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't want to look it up.
Yeah, hold on. Vinegar Sidger might be releasing a 4K of it soon, of that porn parody soon. So we can look
just
out.
The porn parody.
Yeah, just the porn parody. The only thing that matters.
Just the porn parody. That's it. I don't need to.
There's like there are films, and then there is cinema. They say as they watch a scene of two guys just rail the two mouth eye hole ghost. Yeah, this one's a bit similar in Robot Monster, where it's just mainly a lot of talking about things.
Yep.
And walking around trying to figure it out. But there is occasional murders sprinkled out.
There are murders, and a couple of them... Well, okay, specifically one, when that guy dies in the city, I guess you could say like the downtown area where that construction was going on, it looked very Final Destination-esque.
Oh, okay.
Like.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, even with, like, the fake out almost got hit by the car. Like, that would have been something in a later Final Destination movie. Almost gets hit by the car, goes like, see, death isn't after me, and then an explosion, and then he gets impaled. I guess if I can get credit, I did like the church scene. That was kind of neat. Even if it was also a little lame, because I thought that, like, TV guy, I thought he would, like, come back. He'd be
yeah.
Oh my god, like I thought this was all bullshit, but this is, like, real. And I feel like I'm kind of responsible. Let me like help out in some way. He's just there for that one scene.
Yeah, he's there, which was also part of the original as well. He was just he also wasn't like a Christian TV guy. He was just running some kind of ghostly TV special, and then they were just going, all right, we got 25 minutes until this girl's supposed to die. So let's wait and see what happens. And that's basically how it goes in the original. And then they're just like, let's see if we can exorcise her demons.
Out of the phone.
Then, oh, shit, she dies.
And they're like, oh, man, we didn't get any of it on camera. Oh, fuck, what do you mean we left the lens on the whole time? Yeah, it's not even like ghostly apparitions that stopped them. They just forgot to take the fucking lens off the camera.
Oh, so that's why there was nothing coming on the TV. That's why it was just a black screen.
I just thought it was the ghost doing it, but no, we just forgot to take off the cap. Whoops. Well, now we know for next time. Check.
I guess so.
Yeah, but the main girl gets the phone call being like, you died. Oh, yeah, fun fact, the girl at the church, she died on my birthday, so, that's pretty epic.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, I was fucking born that day, bitch, and you're gonna die. I gained a year and you lost yours forever. Haha,
A
loser.
soul for a soul.
Yep, a soul for a soul. Your whole soul was worth the 1 year of my life. That's how little value you
Yep.
had. You deserve to die.
Yeah. You get what you fucking
Yeah,
deserve.
you did what you fucking deserve. Pew. Yeah, oh yeah, I didn't realize that did not look like hard candy. What came out of the victim's mouth, that was a fucking red marble. That is full of shit. What hard candy is that fucking round? That's like a choking hazard waiting to happen.
I mean, jawbreakers, but that's...
Jawbreakers are like really big though. Okay, like maybe a gobstopper, but like that thing did not look like a fuck. That thing looked like a clear red marble.
I mean, suckers look like that if you take them off the stem.
Yeah, but it's not you're not taking suckers off the stem, Cole. You're using your
I know. I'm just telling you what looks round.
Yeah, I know what looks round. I'm just saying that did not look like a candy though. You agree you're like I'm not crazy, right? That did not look like a candy when it fell out of the mouth.
Kind of.
I don't know, maybe it's just a weird Wisconsin thing with you guys. All your candies just look like that.
I'm not. I haven't even. I don't really look at what. I mean, I'm trying to honestly stop eating candy in general. So.
Oh, okay.
I don't even remember the last time I did. So yeah, I just kind of.
You should buy candy for like next episode and just eat it live.
Nah.
I'll recommend Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, so that way you'll have to do it.
Oh fuck! Not that.
No, don't worry. I'm not gonna recommend Charlie and the Chocolate Factory yet. Now that I know that inspires fear in you, it's on the table for the future. I think I'm drawing a blank all of a sudden, so you should probably carry on.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we basically got through most. Oh yes, when she got the phone call, when the main girl Beth got the phone call. Yeah, that was when they obviously then decide to do like the actual research of. Well, they do the horror trope of breaking apart into in their own separate ways.
Yeah, they're like, we should split up. No, that's
smart.
Stupid. Okay, but we should do it anyway. Okay.
Let's do it anyway, and I'm gonna look up the children hospital burning and go over there, go through all the remaining rubbage and burnt shit and see if I can put a stop to it. And then, yeah, she gets attacked by a ghost and trying to figure out, hey, where's that phone so I can break it? And then she does, obviously. And then that's when, the detective also gives us the basic lore about how everything happened and that it was, like we said before, it was actually the sister who sliced her younger sister's that one girl's arms and not the mom.
She gets jumped by the body of the mom who saves her life, and it's like, yeah, I think the mom just wanted to save my life. Well, I guess that means everything's done. Bye. And then
Bye-bye.
Ben Affleck's like, no, it's not done. It's really the older sister. She was the evil one. Oh my god. And then Ben Affleck gets murdered because he looked through the peephole and gets stabbed in the eye by the evil ghost, who's still dressed as a school shooter, by the way. She didn't get a glow up in death.
Mm-hmm.
And then she goes to kill the main girl, and then the mom just shows up and stops it. For some reason, I guess. Like, she couldn't stop any other murders, but because they interacted, one time, that apparently means they can just, fuck shit up.
Yeah, I guess they're friends. Yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Like, she intervenes in this one preventing of death, and then that's it.
She's just like,
okay,
I guess I'll help out. I know, the deaths were silly, but, there weren't a lot of them. All spaced out with boring exposition dumps. Oh yeah, apparently I watched it on Amazon, and they gave a bit of trivia that was just like, the director did not watch the Japanese version. And he made
sounds about right.
And he made sure told all his actors that they also couldn't watch the remake either. So they're like,
Wow.
okay, here's a basic synopsis of the movie, but you should watch it so you can know the deeper intricacies of it. And he was like, no, this film will be my
No,
vision.
that
My
takes
vision.
time. That's boring
That's gross and lame.
and cringe.
Yeah, that's not very red pilled and based of us if we did it like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, robot. No, one missed call.
One missed call. Yeah, we're not back to Robot Monster.
No, we're not. We're not circling back. We're not that. We're not that lost. Uh, but yeah, one missed call. Not too sure what else to say about it. I found it a little funny how inconsistent the lighting at the burnt down hospital is. Like, oh, it's dark. Wait, no, there's like green fog. Oh, wait, no, there's like spooky ghost lighting. Or how it like looks just like a haunted asylum set pretty much when they go in.
Yeah.
Like, not really hospital esque at all. Like, yeah, I guess you can argue, oh, it's because the fire destroyed this like bottom floor.
But it just feels like, oh, this is a section of a haunted house, also, even.
Yeah, and you know what? Why was there a guy ghost? Why was there an older lady ghost? Why was there a baby ghost?
Um, well, that one with like the lady and the baby, it was, if you saw in the girl's room,
Yeah, the
they were like
dolls.
these yeah, it was those dolls. So I guess, yeah, they were ghosts as well. Yeah, I don't, that's like the only one I could think of. I don't exactly, other than,
And
the
there's like
two
the guy
girls and then their
ghost.
mom.
I was
Yeah,
guessing
the
the
guy
guy
ghost
ghost was
was,
gonna actually turn out to be like the evil one. Like, oh, the father was the one that was actually abusive that we don't know about or something like that. But no, it was just the older sister. She was just like, I've been watching. I watched Joker, and now I'm the Joker, baby.
I'm the Joker baby.
She's like, want to see how I got these scars? But then she fucking died, so you know what?
Like a
Cringe.
loser.
L, cringe, loser, get out of here. I don't know. I don't much to say left really to say about One Missed Call. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Just a horror remake with really nothing that makes it stand out or anything.
Yeah, it's just there.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
And we watched it.
Something, yes, something that you could just.
I mean, I did laugh at it a couple times, mainly at the death, so that's worth something. The fact that I actually laughed at this, which is for the things we've watched, that's pretty good praise.
Yeah, definitely not one of the worst remakes I've ever seen. I mean, yeah, it's definitely one of those movies that I can't see anyone giving a positive rating to, hence the being part of that infamous 0% on Rotten Tomatoes group, but yeah.
Yeah, this is a very middle of the pack in terms of our recommendation of films we've covered, I feel like. Where it's like, it's got a couple things you like, but overall it's just like, whatever. Yeah, it's kind of what you expect from this kind of stuff. I don't know, I guess, yeah, I don't have anything really left to say about One Missed Call. How about you?
No, I think I'm over the one missed call.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done with One Missed Call. My One Missed Call phase is done now. But yes, with that, I guess now we can pick which one of those two wonderfully long discussed films is the better of the two. Cole, which of these two films is the titular better of the two?
I think I have to give it to Robot Monster. It's
Yeah,
a little shorter, but it's also kind of one of those more infamous so bad it's good movies, and I would say it definitely, I don't want to say lived up to the hype, but it definitely does garner that reputation well.
yeah. I think I got more laughs out of One Missed Call. Robot Monster has like such a passion and like so much. If you like, you can feel the effort and passion when making Robot Monster. When One Must Call is just like a sloppy, thrown together thing for a quick buck. I enjoy what Robot Monster represents as a film, and I see the effort. I see what they're trying to do. Love the fucking costume. I think there's just so much you can appreciate from watching Robot Monster than something than one missed call. So I'm also gonna give it to Robot Monster. Which
Nice.
means it's a point for me. I think it's been a hot minute since I've gotten a point. So wait, well, no. Wait. No, I technically no I didn't. Yeah, it's been a hot minute. Whatever. The important thing is Robot Monster won, which is a good thing, because you know what? Good for Robot Monster. It deserves it. And with that,
Oh.
now we can move on to the questions. And remember, if you
Yippee.
have questions, remember to ask them, because then if you do, we can answer them. And the first question we have comes from, drum roll because I'm being fancy today, Robert, with a question I am shocked we actually haven't been asked before, which is, what is your favorite actor?
I'm actually, if we're not talking Nick Cage, I'm actually trying to think of a legit good one.
I think a recent one that comes to mind that I've seen, Jeffrey Combs. I think he's great. He plays the main scientist guy in Reanimator. He's great in that.
Mm.
He's just that alone's a great performance. But he's also in Fortress as the nerdy guy. He's great in that. I think he's great in a lot of things. Even movies that I don't really like, I think he's like always the best part. And I think that's actually really great. Like, I'll probably name a couple actors because, like, how can I really just go to just one when there's so many great consistent performances from like a lot of people?
Oh yeah.
Like another one easily like Joaquin Phoenix. Like everyone says, like even if you don't like Joker, Joaquin's performance just like really helps elevate a movie that you might have hated even more. And like all the other things he's been in as well. I think he's great in Inherent Vice, even though I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Yeah. God damn, I'm having a hard time thinking about this one for some reason.
If you want, you can say Adam Sandler. It's okay. You can make you actually
No,
love
I'm not
That's
saying
My
Adam
Boy.
Sandler.
From your favorite films ever. You love Going Overboard. You own every Adam Sandler movie.
Yep, I bought all his merch.
You were only 9 years old. You loved Adam Sandler so much. Here, I'll toss you one. You can say Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Actually, yeah, I do actually quite like Philip Seymour Hoffman. Sucks I don't get to see him in anything new anymore, but
until AI brings him back to life.
Yeah, and then I will fuck that. Honestly, that is so disingenuous.
Yeah.
It's so distasteful. I'm sorry. It's ridiculous.
It is.
That people think, oh yeah, that's a good idea. No, it's not. Go fuck yourself.
I think the only people who think that's a good idea are people who are just like, yes, AI is the future of entertainment and everything. This is clearly a great idea.
Those just tech bros that are like, yeah.
Like, they're like, the people whose their crypto schemes have failed, so they're moving on to like the next thing.
Yep. Ooh, I just got one. I was looking at some of my movies that I rated like pretty high or something. Christian Bale.
Oh yeah, Christian Bale. Yeah, that's a good one.
Christian Bale he's usually very good in any role he's in. Obviously, Batman,
American Psycho.
I think I think it's his best performance. Just plays an absolute narcissist, and it's the best thing ever.
He plays your average film bro, your average cinephile.
Or music nerd.
Yeah.
He just started watching The Needle Drop and is like, yeah, I can do that.
Also another one, Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. Willem Dafoe, yes. Dafoe is the greatest.
He is the best.
Also, Wisconsin-born Willem Dafoe.
Pretty based.
Yep.
Apparently has a massive cock too, so that's also a plus.
Yeah. Honestly, hilarious that his dick was so massive that Lars is like, dude, we need to nerf it for this movie.
It needs to be. No one's gonna believe it's real if we show it on camera. We have to use a fake.
Yep.
Willem Dafoe gets the like, hey, we're from the small wiener club. Yeah, we looked over your application. Unfortunately, your dick's just too massive to be in it. The sheer girth It's like that. And that's what motivated him to get into acting, because he couldn't get into the small wiener club.
Got it.
Yeah, just like some great Willem Dafoe lore right there.
For an actress, I will put in
Hey, no,
there
the
Emma
question is just for
Stone.
actor. No one said actress.
No.
That's for next episode.
That's next episode.
Next
No,
episode.
I already said it. Emma Stone.
I'm editing it out. I'm editing out this whole question now. Anyway, next question is actually a question we've already answered, but I'm going to ask it anyway because who knows, maybe something new comes to mind, which is from Jules, which was, what was the incident at your school? This question was technically asked way back in episode 22 by Robert, actually. So, Jules, check out that episode where we discuss it. But if we want to spin it around a little, add an interesting twist to it, we can be like, what's the most interesting thing that happened to you at your school? Like, what's an interesting event that happened to you at school?
That happened to me.
Yeah, I'll start because I already have one in my head, and I'll kind of give you time to think of one. But I don't know if I've told this story here, but in high school, my senior year, I actually competed in the male pageant we had at my high school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I didn't think I would get in. There was like a sign-in sheet, I was like, oh, sign up, just like attach your GPA. And I didn't think I would actually like get in. Like, I assumed they'll see it and I just get cut because I didn't feel like I was like that like noticeable as a guy. So notice like a couple weeks later where I get like a sheet of paper from my teacher saying, hey, you've been accepted. I go, oh shit. But I said that out loud, so I almost got in trouble for saying that in a classroom out loud. But yeah, I did it. I don't know how much in detail you want me to go into, but there's 5 main categories. There's like a Mr. Talent for like best performing talent, Mr. Swimsuit for best swimsuit, Mr. Formal for best like looking dude. You got Mr. Trivia for best like question answer. You know, like how in like pageants where it's just like, oh, what do you wish? It's like, I wish for world peace, something like that. And then there's the just the main award, we'll call it the Mr. Man award because I'm not going to say specifically what it's called. And I ended up doing it. I did a comedy bit for my talent, and luckily, the audience did laugh, which is like, thank fucking God, because they didn't, I might have just like killed myself on site. I'd be like, you get what you fucking deserve, and I go, and then I'm gone. I was pretty well received, actually. I didn't win the Mr. Man, though, the overall one. I won Mr. Trivia instead, because my question was for that, where it's just like, if you can have... Because we got to look over all the questions, and I looked over it, and I looked at, like, the one that was like, oh, if you can have any animal as a pet, what would it be? And the entire time when I saw that, I was like, okay, I know what I'm going to answer for that. I'm going to say I want a dragon. And then that whole time thinking. And then when they asked the question, it was like, Ninjedi. That's not the name you used. That's what I'm saying. There's like, if you could have any animal for a pet, what would it be? And my brain did a last second change on the spot. And I go, well, I could finally get that puppy I always wanted. And there was like a huge reaction. And the funniest thing is my dad's recording me during this, and you could hear someone scream in the audience nearby going, oh my God, he said puppy! And apparently, because my parents, they were in like the special like reserved area for like the families of everyone who's competing. And apparently a couple parents were going like, oh my God, his parents never got him a puppy? They're like, what? They never got him a dog? So yeah, I did not win Mr. Man, unfortunately. I got Mr. Trivia, but I got a lot of people tell the person who did win. I'm a little upset because his talent, he did like yo-yo tricks, and like he's good at it. But apparently he got like a special thing set up so like it shined like maybe like a black light on his yo-yo or something, so it like makes it like visually way cooler than it like actually was. So I think it was a little bullshit. Because he won the overall thing.
I'm calling rigged.
Yeah, it was probably rigged. They couldn't accept that I was way cooler than a yo-yo. And so I won Mr. Trivia, but I actually got invited by the school, with like it was like to compete in like the citywide one where all the main
Mm-hmm.
schools that had their thing. Then you can do there, and you can win. I'm not gonna say what it is. I guess we'll call it Mr. Dude, which is better than being Mr. Man because you got $100 if you won, pretty much.
Oh.
So is the dude who got Mr. Man. It was me, Mr. Trivia, and then the third guy was the Mr. Talent, I believe, and he was a guy who played on the piano. He played like a you like cowboy music, you know, the dun dun dun
Yeah. Like the
dun dun
saloon.
dun. Yeah, the saloon music. He played that. That was pretty cool.
Hmm.
None of us won, actually. It went to the school. It was one of the other schools, and then first, second, and first place went to the people who was hosting the event, like their school. The people who won that, they won that, which wasn't really that surprising. Like, yeah, if like my school hosted the Mr. Dude competition, probably our school, the people who were representing our school, probably would have won the Mr. Dude award. But yeah, that's the interesting thing that happened to me at my school. So now you know.
Okay. I don't know. I really didn't have like an incident. I've had moments where I was stupid. Do you just want to hear a couple of those?
Well, yeah, you just say one. Like, I'm not saying it has to be like
Yeah.
necessarily a bad thing. It could just be something that was
Yeah.
interesting that happened. Like, you
No,
don't have
because
to make
the
yourself look dumb for my sake. You already do that by being here with me.
exactly. But no, one thing I just literally thought of was in middle school, specifically eighth grade science class. You know, when I don't know, we did like one of those units where we were looking at like chemicals and acids, bases, and all that.
All
And
that fun stuff.
yeah, so we were doing like a little like a little group assignment thing in class, and we were, you know, look smell wafting, smelling different chemicals and all that, and try to get the kind of stench it had. And
I'm gonna
I
hazard a
totally forgot
guess.
to.
You deeply inhaled something you weren't supposed to.
I did. It was ammonia.
Oh fuck,
I
Cole.
I forgot to waft, and I could not breathe out of like my right nostril for about 2 weeks.
Oh my god, how are you fucking alive?
I don't know. I
Like,
took like a little sniff. I was like, oh,
Like the part of the story I'm waiting for when
fuck.
you said you deeply inhale ammonia was then I took a deep breath, then I collapsed and fucking died, and I got brought back to life later by the paramedics.
I got brought back to life by Adam Sandler
Yeah, Adam Sandler brought me back to life.
with his comedy.
You were like going up to the pearly gates, and up waiting for you was Adam Sandler and his comedy. You're like, fuck that! I went right back down to my body. I guess similar to your science, at the start I think was like 10th grade chemistry. A teacher during like the when they go over the syllabus and like safety and stuff, they're like, I need a volunteer, and I rose my hand. They picked me, so I went up. He's like, okay, hold out your hand, and she dumped a bunch of stuff in my hand, and she was just like, and then my hand instantly started fucking burning. And she was just like, and so she had me wash up. He was like, okay, so you felt that horrible burn, right? Well,
Yep.
like she was like, okay, she's like, she puts a bunch of stuff in my hand, and she's like, okay, and then she was just like, now get your hands like wet, and then it was like it was burning. I dumped it. I was like, okay, now imagine if you went to the bathroom and you touched your balls. Like she didn't say that. It's like imagine if you touch your privates and then you just like and you rub out your privates with that, and then like you get it wet. Now that's burning. So I just basically got fucking chemical burns. Well, I didn't really. It was like just the sense of burning. Imagine I got chemical burns thanks to a teacher, just to show off. But that's just a fun, short, neat little story.
Hmm.
Anyway, I'm glad you did not die from deeply snorting ammonia directly into your
I shouldn't.
nostrils.
Okay, I shouldn't have said it was deeply sniffing. It was just more of like a
You went
inhale. It was like a sniff, and I was like, oh shit, I
like
totally
like you know
forgot
when
to
you got like
waft.
that
So
nasal spray and you spray, you have to like breathe in real quickly to get it
yeah,
up. I'm guessing it was just something like that.
yeah, it was yeah, sort of like that. I'm trying to think of one from like high school though.
Here, well, I'll give another short one. This one also happened to me in middle school science class. It was the thing where it's like, oh, you have an egg and you need to design a thing to drop your egg into so it won't break. And I was in a group, but then we got an argument in how we should design it. So the teacher let me make my own design, and I made it. I made like a funnel, And then when I went, I dropped the egg and I completely fucking missed the funnel and I broke the egg. I didn't even land it in the fucking thing. I was so embarrassed.
Wow.
And then those guys my group ended up making the best one because the egg wouldn't fucking break no matter how high they dropped it. So I was the fucking fool.
Unreal.
Yeah. I'm telling
Very.
you, they fucking rigged it. I was sabotaged somehow. They flashed a line in my eyes so I couldn't see my proper aim.
Honestly, could be the case too, but you never know.
The amount of riggage in my life is fucking criminal.
Bonkers. It's like I can remember something, but I just forgot what year it was in.
You don't have to specify the year. Just say something that happened in high school.
Oh God, it's not even coming to mind.
Well, you forgot the story too?
It's not really more of a story, it's just more of an event, but then I was just like, oh shit, where was I even going with this? Where are you? Shit, I can't think of it now. Fuck.
That's fine. We can just move on to the next question if you want.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so
we can do that.
Our final question is from Mattias, which is if you had the resources to make yourself any costume for Halloween, what would it be? Suburban Sasquatch. Done. Get them big old titties and go.
Them tig old bitties. Yeah, that's an interesting one because there's obviously so many options for who. So I think I might actually do a couple because if we're talking Nefarious Reels wise, yeah, if we're talking Nefarious Reels wise, either that leader guy from Beware Children at Play, the one who coordinates all the kids,
Yeah.
or just someone from Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Yeah, there's some fun ones.
Looking like
there.
a surfer bro, just playing with the frisbee.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
Fucking throw that frisbee, make it a razor blade one, fucking murder the fuck out of them.
Exactly. And then if we're just talking about just like movies in general, there was one I had an idea for, but then I was like, I don't really usually go out for Halloween lately, so I'm just like, why would I do that in the first place? But
I think another Nefarious Reels one, I'd say the Dr. Alien, that blue one, because that's a pretty actually cool fucking costume.
It is.
Yeah, the big blue alien with like the moving eyes and everything. I think that was pretty fucking cool. I wouldn't mind dressing up like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or not, you get you and the homies together. You can dress up as the YMCA guys.
The village people.
Yeah, the village people. I completely forgot their names there. You know, you could probably dress up as a character from Evangelion if you wanted to. You could be Shinji.
Honestly, I could. I could be Shinji or Kaji, one of them.
You can be base, and you can dress up as a girl.
Or Shinji's dad.
Dress up as a girl, and then you harass Timmy. That's what you do. Dress up as his favorite girl. Or would he like that, actually? No, hold on. Maybe don't do that.
I was about to say, the way you just said that, I'm like, I think he would actually like that a lot.
If I can dress up as, like, full scale the T-Rex from Tammy and the T-Rex, that would be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
Complete with, honestly, like, long flown arm.
I think I remember now, because you just brought up anime, Spike Spiegel from Cowboy Bebop.
Bang.
Especially get the hair that way he has it, because I don't have black hair and get that little shade in there. It's obviously would have to dye that and get some yellow looking dress shirt and then just walk around like a cool dude.
I would probably also dress up as probably a Danganronpa character. I'm not sure which one because I like all of them. It's from my favorite game series of all time, so probably one of them. There's too many good ones to choose from dress up as, so but we'll see. But love them all. I would dress up as all of them, even one of the girl ones. Yeah, I think that's really it. That's all that come to mind right now. What was the best here? Here's just a random question. What was like? What do you think was like the best thing you ever dressed up as for Halloween?
I mean, one year my dad was able to find on somewhere like a rubber predator mask, and we found like a wig to make it look like, the hair that the predator has. So I just kind of wore that one year.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were about to say rubber pregnant mask, and I was like, what the
No.
fuck does that mean?
Yeah, those rubber pregnant masks.
Yeah, the ones that make you look like you're a woman in labor. Rubber pregnant mask. Uh, I'm thinking back. It's kind of hard because like all the years you go out for Halloween. For some reason, the one that I have like weird, nice feeling nostalgia for was like a store bought Yami mask from Yu-Gi-Oh. Like a
Mm-hmm.
Yami card, because like Yu-Gi-Oh was fucking big. So the fact, and I thought there's no way I'm gonna be able to find like a Yu-Gi-Oh costume, and they had it because Yu-Gi-Oh was like at its prime at the time, that classic original, and it was just so having it was like super cool. But yeah, with that, that's all our questions pretty much. And with a nice little side Halloween question there. So it's time for us to move on to recommendations. And since I had the retro pick last time, that means Cole, it is now your turn to do the retro pick.
And this was another one, obviously. We have to keep up with spooky season. And I decided to go back to a movie that I saw years ago because it was a Chris Stuckman hilariosity. And I was like, this actually might be fun to talk about just in general. And it's going to be another little slasher. I guess you would call it. I don't know exactly what you would describe this as. It's definitely a movie, but it's also weirdly horny at the same time, depending on how you look at it.
This sounds like just our average movies we talk about.
That is true. So I guess it is keeping up with our usual recommendations. But it's 1990's Night Killer.
Night Killer. I think I heard of this. I think I might have it watch listed, or maybe not. No, I don't. But
doesn't
I will
say you
now.
have it watch listed. It
says you already have a rating for it too, so neat.
Yeah.
You probably saw it a while ago, and you're like,
yeah, October 24th, 2020.
Yeah,
Want to go back to it?
Yeah, but I'll be checking it. All right, so that means now it's time for me and my recommendation. And I had one film in mind, but then I changed it because I keep remembering. It's like, wait a minute, I've been meaning to recommend this film for a while because I have a story that I talk about, and I always think about it. It always comes to mind. It's like, oh, I should recommend this as my modern pick. And you know what? It's a horror movie, and god damn it, I want to fucking tell the fucking story about this movie that I have, and I'm sick of forgetting every time. I'm doing it now before I forget again. And so we're going to do 2015's Sorority Slaughterhouse.
Oh, of course, David Ducato.
Yeah, David Ducato. And don't worry, the reviews make it sound like it is not just another film of men in their underwear walking around for an hour and a half.
That's the best part.
Yeah, but we had one. We just saw Bigfoot versus DB Cooper. I don't want to like double stack it, you know?
Fair.
You need something different to the palate. Like, yeah, sure, maybe you like to eat, like a cherry. But if you just eat cherries all the time, you're just going to get sick of it. Sometimes you got to eat a grape in the mix.
Sometimes you just got to mix it up.
Yeah.
Nope, that's fair.
Yeah. So, if you don't want to get spoiled for Night Killer or Sorority Slaughterhouse, how about checking out those episodes in advance? And also remember to ask us questions and also to like and subscribe and all that stuff as well. And you all have a good day and happy Morbius.
Yep, happy Morbius, happy One Missed Call.
Happy Robot Monster.
Yep, happy Robot Monster. Happy Roman.
Happy Monster Robot. Bless you. Happy Bless You. Bye-bye.
Bye.